I'll figure out what's technically the best thing to try to do here. Oh, okay. You know what? I think I have an idea. All right.
Okay, top of the round, Kyoki. As we resume during the climactic, siege of the portion of the Battle of Sartmarsh, where you guys thwarted a bunch of kobold skirmishers that had managed to slip inside to try and open the gate. So one of them, with their nearly dying action, did manage to actually get the gate open enough for the main strike force to get through. As you were dealing with that, there was a loud cry in the distance, and you were able to see illuminated by the storm that it brings with its very existence, the blue dragon that has been strafing the town all day seems to be bearing down on you. So we start top of the round. Kyoki, who is currently dueling it out with a pair of guard drakes and two of the three large mutant dragonborn-esque creatures that
Yeah.
lumbered in.
Yeah, skirmished them off the side of the thing so they could just fall.
You keep gravity dropping them, which is, it's not doing great, but it's not doing terrible. It is damage.
Yeah, I was like, I'm like, I can't be engaging in confrontations with assholes like this. Is something right here?
Meanwhile,
it's my sword. Okay.
getting in a fist fight with a wyvern rider.
Yep, on their.
That's the sword you forced them to drop.
Okay, cool. All right. You know what? Fuck it.
All right. Oh, I'm sorry. That's a spiritual weapon. That's a spiritual weapon.
Mine or theirs?
You don't have a spiritual weapon. Last I checked.
Okay, so I was right there. So I'm just gonna move right here. Okay, cool.
I'm gonna put a name tag on it just so we can all see that.
Let's see. There we go. All right. Okay. Cool. All right. Yep. I'm going to just start focusing on wailing on this thing.
That's the pair of guard drakes. Okay.
Okay. What would be the best thing? Technically, that would be the best thing. Just a pair of guard drakes, so it's not just, but yeah. Thing I can do right here.
That spiritual weapon needs to go because the guy who cast it is dead.
Okay. Let's see if I can bludgeon this man to death.
Okay.
Jesus Christ, those are low numbers.
The guard drakes. All four of those hit.
Okay. 7, 6, 6, 13. All right, still
Hey,
goddamn.
no, nice even
roll.
You made their HP a nice even round number. One of the pair is looking very rough.
Okay, I did that. I guess I'll just go ahead and use my bonus action and go ahead and
That's
slice them with the other sword.
Yeah, you have your bonus action to make your swords do their thing.
Okay. Technically, yeah, I can. This thing is right in. Actually, it might be better to. Yep. Yeah, you can reach up here a whole lot faster. Let's say, have it do its dash and stab attack.
Okay.
Maybe this will actually do something. Okay. And technically that would be if he's coming up to do a stab, then it would. I'll say that would be flanking. Let's see. So, yep. Okay. Let's see what happens.
23 or 29, so you're rolling with advantage.
Yeah.
29 does hit and beat by 10.
Okay. 3 extra damage and 5 stunt points. Okay. Just stabbing. I'm going to lightning attack. I'm going to lightning attack and skirmish them off. I'm going to say skirmish them off the side of the wall too.
Okay. That hits by 10 plus. They go over the wall with a yelp as the sword comes in, going low, diving under one of the drakes to come up into the belly, lifting it and lobbing it over, over its proverbial head. As the sword executes its own equivalent of a judo throw to lob the one over, it lands with a sickening crack on the courtyard below. The other one's kind of shaking its head, trying to pick itself up, but obviously it can't do that till its turn. But one of the pair is down.
Okay. Whew. Okay. Ugh. That's all I got. Yep.
Okay. Before Ileana takes her turn, because
Argons.
only 2 valid targets, the Dargon is taking a legendary. Bearing down, beating its wings before folding them back to gain some speed as it's coming in a sort of dive type maneuver. The concussive force of it breaking the sound barrier on its approach impacts the parapet in the area where Kyoki is.
Ah, fuck.
That is a 10-foot radius sphere. Constitution save.
Okay. On save. All right. Oh wait. Okay.
Oh, I'm confusing it. Why did they make it
Yeah.
It's executing a sonic boom, right?
Yeah.
Which they say uses the shatter spell. Like, why wouldn't it be the thunderwave spell?
You'd think it would be.
Okay.
Like, whatever, but you know,
On save.
very,
Weird.
your sword, I believe, is also in that radius. So
Yes, that's what I'm about to roll for him. I'm about to roll for it. Ah,
Funny that the sonic boom apparently is only a 10-foot radius, though.
Jesus Christ! What the fuck is up with my rolls? You have a +9 Constitution, sword. What the fuck?
because I'm an idiot and dual wielding versions, depending on what I feel is thematically appropriate for the monster I'm trying to replicate here. There's my There's my DC. Okay. Red. Probably not. Nope. And the Drake fell out of range because you yeeted him off the wall. So,
Okay.
Yeet!
just you and your sword. Lucky you. You both take 26 thunder.
Oof. Right. So, so 9, so that knocks me down to 63. Okay. Oof.
And your sword also takes the 26.
Yep. And it is done. So, all right.
All right, that brings us to Ilya.
Okay. Doesn't sound like anyone has taken a significant damage. The ballista person they're attacked by that weapon.
The ballistas are being bombed by the Wyvern Riders. Yes,
Okay, they're being bombed.
yeah, he's
Okay.
dropping. You know, you can see from the one you're on, but the other guy also has. They have like satchels full of like charges that they are dropping. They clearly recognize that the ballista are a threat either to their army or the dragon. You're not sure which, but either way, they have decided now is a good time to bomb the fuck out of them. And that is what they were in the process of doing when you came after this guy.
We can't use them.
No, I'm good. You know what you're doing?
Yep. Eliana is going to use. Well, first off, how high is the wyvern doing the dive?
From the top of the wall, 60 feet.
Okay.
So she's on the wall, so yeah, from her position, 60 feet up.
Okay. Like to cast control winds to
Good choice.
to make a moderate wind, which imposes disadvantage to ranged actors. I assume is what bomb dropping would count as.
I've been counting them as grenades, which are, I believe, a deck save, but
Well, okay. Would it then be giving advantage to
I
the
will
save
say
then?
under the under the the spirit of what you were trying to do. Yeah, I would. The guards that are on the ballistas would be rolling their deck saves with advantage.
Okay.
The ballista obviously can't roll a deck save, but
Right.
so considering I am what I had been doing is the ballistas have a certain number of strafing runs before they are destroyed. What I will do is extend the timer.
Okay. Anna? Cool.
Ash has a little ice field going. Death spin. Okay. All of those definitely hit. Another kill for Lefty.
Draw.
That much. That much. Lefty got the kill. Not. Great weapon master does not come into play. All right. And for Ash's turn, it comes the dragon as it's closing in. It has a flight that many. As it is coming down, it's opening its mouth. There's the crackle of arcane energy forming within its maw as sparks seem to fly off the spines along its back
Okay.
kind of like a Tesla discharge before it unleashes a blast of lightning energy. Strafing along the castle. Under the circumstances, I'm going to roll a d3. See who's in blast zone. David is 1 and 2. So once again, Kyoki.
Okay. I'm uncertain if me being on top of the wyvern takes me out of consideration.
No, because what it's doing is it's a line, so it's kind of, as it's coming down, it's like strafing the line along the ground and then coming up.
Okay.
So what would have happened in your case is you would have been caught as the line was moving along, because it's coming down from higher than you are right now.
Okay. Okay. I wasn't sure whether it was.
Yeah, 10 foot wide, 120 feet long. So yeah. All right. So Kyoki probably will be fine. I need a dex save.
Damn it. Okay.
Okay, that's a bit of a squeaker. As you just barely tuck and roll out of the way, the edges of your Hakama pants getting singed by the lightning energy as it's carving
Jesus Christ,
glowing debris out of the way.
Jesus Christ, I needed to make a fucking 23. God damn it. Ooh.
A bit gigantic. One would almost say ancient looking dragon.
I don't know if we're high enough level for this shit.
You got a full party. What do you guys roll? I think you guys still have this, but
Just
if I say, I hope Ash can fly, right?
Ash can jump good. He hasn't unlocked actual flight yet.
Farron
Okay.
can fly.
I say Farron can fly. You guys do have ranged attacks. Again, you got ballistas. I think David has at least one more blonde layer. All right, so you have evasion.
Like that.
Yes, you have evasion.
Oh yeah, I have evasion. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm like that. Just dive out of the way. I'm like,
And that is 80 feet of fly. This would be a great time for the foreground layer.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't have a dragon in my way.
can you make him translucent?
I mean, I could put him in the GM layer, but then you guys can't see him.
I mean, I'm just asking. I was like, can you make him? Can you lessen like the opacity
It's not
of
a
it?
matter of seeing; it's a matter of he's blocking my ability to click things.
Yeah. Yeah. If it's for jump gate, he could be in the foreground layer.
I mean, we don't have to see him right now if you want to throw him into the GM layer, unless he's about to do something. You can always keep dragging him out of the GM layer if you want.
Well, I'll worry about that
I
in a
mean,
minute. Right now, gotta. Well, actually, just because I need to get to stuff under him, yeah, I'm gonna have to move him into the GM layer for a minute.
yeah, I'm saying like, fuck Mother and Dragon, I'll be all right.
Okay. Now, that's it for the dragon's turn. Daddy's go. Dude's gonna snap his little wingies and jump up here. Our Drake does have a climb movement, but he is at half. So technically he's at a quarter, so if he dashes, he's at a half. So he can just get up there, but he cannot actually do anything.
Okay.
Whereas the big dude can do something.
Say if he's gonna, I say, I guess if I might say, I might as well do it. If he's gonna attack me, I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can guard or riposte one of them.
Oh, we will worry about that in a minute.
Yeah, but I just have to let you know ahead of time. Yeah.
Guys are going to be changing a little bit.
fucking cringing at whatever the hell this thing's AC could possibly be.
Advantage. And here we go. Kyoki, in your case, the last 2 attacks that I'm rolling, ignore them. I'm not updating the macro, but that guy was not able to attack this turn because he had to move.
Gotcha.
So ignore the 20.
Jesus.
You ignore that last 23 and 24.
Okay.
Ash. It does, but still has armor Agathis. However, that's the guy who's doing range, so that would not.
30, 35,
Baron, I believe all of those miss you. Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. The first one is a attempted shove roll.
You said the first 3 attacks?
No, you ignore the last 2.
All right. You said the first 3, but the
The
last
first
2.
3 are the ones that count.
Okay.
Okay, so he is not able to shove you off, and the attacks miss. Yeah, so Kyoki, in your case, the 28, 23, and 24 are the ones that count.
Okay. So that's 30, 35, and 18?
Yes, and a strength save versus prone, as the big guys are trying to beat you with their massive weapons.
Oh, they don't have to. I'm down. First 2 attacks put me down.
Don't you have like a reaction or something you can take to have that or something?
Well, I already declared it to try to parry.
Right, you did.
So the last hit hits me, and that's a failed death save. So
Okay. Kyoki is down 1 death, and actually because it is melee, and melee attacks against prone characters are at advantage. That I believe that means you failed 2.
yep. All right. I'm at 2 failed death saves.
Double checking that, but I believe that is how that works.
Now, I thought if you got hit while you were already at 0, that's 2 failed death saves.
If you get hit while you're at 0, you fail a death save. But I think because I think in melee it counts as 2. Here we go. If you take any damage while you have 0 hit points, you suffer a death saving throw. If the damage is from a critical hit, you suffer 2 failures. Attack. being prone. Attacks against prone. Search. Yeah. Attacking an unconscious character is an automatic critical, so that is 2 failed saves.
Fuck.
Okay.
I was vaguely recalling that was a thing, because they don't have coup de grace, but that's as close as they get. Okay. That's, I believe, everything missed Farron.
Yes. Because I finally actually have AC.
uh, at the end of the Dragon Guard's turn, the dragon above you lets out another howl, crackling with arcane energy as the energy, seems to move all across its body, distorting its appearance for a moment as it seems to crackle out of existence. Well, but you can still feel the force of its wings. For a for a visual description for those who actually know, it's kind of like the Phantom Tide cloak effect.
Oh, okay. You know what I was about to ask? Did it go fucking between?
No, it did not go between. It has what is it? Legendary action cloaked flight.
Oh, that's fine. Just with the description, I was like, the fuck?
So yeah, it has a Phantom Tide.
Nice.
Because they can do that now. Baron.
Cool. Okay. Okay, we got this dude here. I will use a bonus attack to go on to my to my first concentration stage. Um,
Gone holy.
Yep.
Don't make him go holier than thou.
that will be simple. Port marking off my key. Okay. How high are we? Because I know the wyvern had been ascending for a little bit.
You are roughly 60 feet in the air.
Oh, I thought we were higher than that. Okay. Um.
No, because this one came down to fight you. So he's still in the process of ascending.
Okay. What I would like to do then is punch this guy with a cold shot now that I am limitedly glowy. Hopefully this will math out right. Ah, that does math out right. Awesome. Because I get a hit bonus for being in my first stage transformation, and then I get a minus because I'm doing a cold shot.
Those definitely hit.
So it's 22 plus. Well, it's 22 minus 2, so a 20.
So pretty sure that hits. That hits exactly.
It's okay. Unfortunately, did I forget to tack on? Oh, okay. I forgot to tack on the damage modifier. It's equal to my efficiency bonus 5. So that 13 gets increased by 5.
Yeah, attacks against the creature have advantage. Attacks that hit the creature is critical hit within 5 feet.
Let me just.
Okay, so you said plus how much?
5.
That's an 18. He's still up, but not looking happy.
Let's go what you see. That's global attack. I thought there was a global damage one. There it is. Wanting to. There we go. Should factor in when I'm doing that. Okay. Which, funnily enough, I'm just gonna off because my next strike is going to be a I'm gonna try to shove him off the wyvern.
Okay, so that's athletics or acrobatics. Gets advantage because he's actually in the set, locked into the saddle.
Yeah.
So that is a 20.
Okay. Yeah. I rolled but yet he's in the saddle, so that makes sense.
So he rocks back from the force of the rocks forward from the force of the impact, rather, because you hopped on behind him, but he's still his shit held.
Yeah. Shouldn't your harness be brittle and sun dried, being in the desert for so long? Okay.
My squire is very good with my leather, thank you.
See.
We know how to take care of what resources your kind left us with.
Huh. That is it for my turn.
Right? Have any other? Start next turn. Nothing in range. So yeah, end of the round. If anybody is refooting, now would be the time.
You know what? I will attempt. Oh shit! No set points, but hey, I move faster.
That bottle of hair dye,
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yes. I now have new initiative.
What?
Uh,
I somehow deleted the round counter.
It's still there to me. Still says 9 to me.
I see both the timer and the round count.
Oh, never mind. What did I delete?
Dragon Strafe is still there. Your
Round
timer's still there.
Baddies are still there. Yeah, I don't know what. Okay, something changed. I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah.
It glitched, I guess. All right. Everybody's good with their initiative. Yoki, I need a death save. I believe your little gift modifier being partially dead thing modifies this, but I don't remember how. I think it gave you advantage.
Really? It doesn't give me. Actually, all it says is that if I can roll a 16 or higher, I pop back up at 1.
Okay, that's what it changed. Is it increases your odds of doing that?
Yeah.
All right. I just want to give you advantage.
Nope. But I'm gonna use one of my hit die to use Die Hard to give me advantage on the death save.
Okay.
All right. Let's see what happens, or if I just die. All right. That's 1. Wow. Okay. All right. I'm dead.
Well, were you killed by a dragon? Because that's a pretty good way to go out.
Yeah, and then I just failed 2 death saves at advantage. I rolled 9 twice. Oh, yep, I'm dead.
You get to re-roll. Death saves are still on a d20. That rolled d6s.
Oh, okay. Did I roll d6s?
It rolled d6s.
I did. Okay. All right, one moment.
So as you're laying there and you can feel the warmth of your wife's touch, and that's strange because you feel that you actually are feeling the warmth of your wife's touch, and that it's actually tangible. You're on the edge of life and death. But, the last shuddering gasp for the man who barely breathed to begin with, as his body goes still and colder. Yoki has passed.
Ah, well. Does Ileana have Revivify?
I believe she does.
Uh, I guess good news for the GM. A dead person cannot seize initiative.
Now, I am dead, not incapacitated, correct?
You are now dead.
Wait, do you have a
Okay.
feature for being dead?
I'm just making sure. Okay. So, quick question. I'm gonna say, actually, no, I don't need to. If the wording says that, then technically, yeah. All right, never mind. Then technically, I can't do anything. I'm gonna say, because I know I'm gonna say, the only reason I was asking, it was like the wording specifically says it was like if you are incapacitated, your swords can act as they would. But since I'm dead, that doesn't mean incapacitated. So technically, my
Dead
swords.
beyond incapacitated. Dead is dead.
Yeah. Yeah. My swords can't do shit. All right. Normally they'd be able to act on their own, but if I'm if I was still making death save throws, then yeah. But you know.
I think this is our. Fargo died, and now Kyoki. I don't think anybody else has.
Yeah. I think he is our second official has failed death saves and died thing. Okay. Yeah, there's about to thing. I don't know if I noticed or not, but very not you.
I mean, Farron's free to make me a perception. Ileana's free to make me a perception.
Because I only asked because he's kind of like fighting on top of a dragon.
Yeah, Farron's free at disadvantage because you're in your dragon fist fight up there.
Yeah.
but I will give you one. Getting my GM control sheet because I noted I forgot to write down who has died and not, because that affects things.
Okay, and
Ileana, definitely aware. Farron,
better than I thought.
Given Farron's situation, I'm going to call that a DC 20, so Farron did not, but Ileana did.
Definitely fair. Oh shit, do we have...
Speaking of, that brings us to Ileana's turn.
Oh no. I laughed because I had to resist going into my Knuckles meme voice. Okay.
I believe she also has diamonds or gems or something in there, doesn't she?
3,000 GP worth of diamond.
Yeah.
I just need to mark off the GP.
Oh, I also forgot to mention because this was a thing. Where was it? Lingering injury, I think.
Lingering injury. Which is less lingering than one may actually think, given what the...
Because there was an option for that lingering injury. You rolled an advantage, so you didn't fail by 5 or more. You could also choose to have taken a lingering injury to re-roll the death save if you like. Brian?
Yes.
I forgot the lingering injury rule. If you want to re-roll your death save, you can choose to take a lingering injury.
Let's see, lingering injury. Let me take a look at that. There it is. All right. I didn't fail it by 5 or more.
Hey, keep reading. Alternatively, one death save.
Okay.
You don't have to do it, but it is an option. I just want to make sure you're informed.
So, let me make sure. What are lingering injuries? Let's see where they.
No, there's a random table.
Do they ever heal, or is it just like permanent?
Some of it depends on the injury. I mean, some of them require like magic to heal. Some of them, heal normally. Just depends. I'm trying to look them up now. I remember they include things like broken arms and that kind of thing, but
I'm trying to find the handout area.
well, that's what I'm trying to remember if I actually wrote down the chart or whether I just had to go look in the GM's guide thing. Because I may not have written down the chart. Oh yeah, it's here. Yeah, I'm surprised it's not on the roll.
I made a macro for it, but that's not the same as looking at the chart.
Yeah. I say because things like scars, broken bones, losing limbs, or losing eyes. You don't have to do it. Again, it's there if you want to re-roll and not die versus having to do a revivify.
No, this is dangerous enough. I mean, it's worth it. I'll go ahead and do it. I'll say.
You can choose to take a lingering injury to roll again.
All right, and I can't roll at advantage again because
you're rolling the whole roll, so it's still an advantage.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Barely. Okay.
So, 12. You did not pass, but now we roll a lingering injury, so I need you to roll a D100.
I will.
Yeah. 17. Broken arm or hand. You can no longer hold anything with two hands. You can only hold a single object at a time. It will heal if you receive magical healing, or after someone makes a medicine check, and you spend time resting.
Okay.
So you have broken your what's D2? Why not? You have broken your offhand.
Okay.
I know it says healing. I'm a little surprised it's not bliss restoration.
All right. Which case?
You are still unconscious.
Incapacitated or unconscious?
Unconscious.
Okay.
It just also means you're incapacitated.
I will check my status conditions because unconscious is a status condition. No, it does not include incapacitated.
Okay.
Unconscious is separate.
Okay.
Okay.
I know some things are like you get this, but as a part of this, you're also out of this.
Yes, I know there are a bunch of those. Unconscious is not one of them. Unconscious is its own totally standalone thing.
Okay.
All right, cool. So effectively, as long as they don't ragdoll my body,
Yeah.
then that should be fine.
However, there is a chance of that.
Oh yeah.
Obviously, Ileana's turn.
Yeah, Ileana. The 20-foot radius, is that a persistent thing that is
That's down below. That's a 20-foot radius. It is, but it is down below. The wall is 20 feet high, so you're good.
Okay. Bonus action dash. Yeah, she'll like kind of call out for him, searching for him. Eventually finds him.
Likes a few yips as the thing kind of snaps at her as she runs by. Because the guard rakes are still there.
Heal.
Okay. So is that
So Kyoki heals a crap ton of HP. You do take 1 exhaustion for coming up from 0.
good?
63 HP.
40, 50. Yes.
Kyoki heals 63 HP and takes 1 exhaustion.
Okay. Oh, oh. That's you're gonna look over at his arm and he's like, well, that's not good. I don't like this at all. Well, hello.
Arm just kind of hanging, it's kind of, like halfway to being a Rakshasa hand because it's, kind of twisted at a bad angle.
Hi. David would like to point out that on the map, quite conveniently, next to Kyoki's token, is a whole bunch of red, which I believe assume is his blood.
Die.
Um, maybe?
Ileana would know he was still technically breathing, so he was near death, but he did not die. There was a moment where she wasn't sure, though.
Hmm.
I don't know if you I don't know if you have the ability, but you should get out of here. I do think I say I am very grateful. I'm very grateful for what you've done. But this is no place for this is no place for a kind and gentle soul like yours.
Okay, just don't do that again.
You saw 50 feet of movement.
The dash.
Oh, right. Okay.
Because she spent 15
Right.
of the bonus dash to get to there, so that's
Opportunity attack 1. That's rolling the right die. Yep. Opportunity attack 2.
I see a mate.
Okay, and we're doing meet or beat. Even with +2 for the fact that there's more than one of those guys. The giant sword misses, but the guard drake does get a bite on you.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Brings us to Ash. Hopefully going to potentially finish off the guys he's with. Ash. Or beat. Mastermind. Those hit. Oh, ouch. Hit. Down. Down. Circumstances probably will move up Kyoki. There. All right. That brings us to Dragon's turn.
Gorgon.
Speed of that many. Add the little turn dongle. Come on. It decloaks. He got his breath weapon back. He did not.
I hope it's more than just rolling a 6.
It's better than a 6, not by much, but
Oh.
it was better. Um, what it is going to do. is it's going to come at, given the only one in range is Baron and the Wyvern Rider. It is coming at you guys with its claw and tail. Claws would be under there. Yeah, because he's gonna. Yeah, that's right. So here we go. 3, 2. Leave those all hit.
Yes.
Okay. I'm counting you as having half cover for the. Or, yeah, half cover for the knight.
The half cover, that's plus.
I'll have cover for the rider and the dragon and everything. Yeah, so +2.
Okay, so +2. With my extra stuff and everything, that would boost my AC to
Okay, so the second and third attack hit. Because we're doing meet or beat.
Yeah. I do have a question. Is it flying away? Is this like a flyby attack?
It was it's in the process of circling, and as it's circling, it kind of turned onto its side and kind of clawed at you and then swung the tail around.
Alright. Let me rephrase the question. Is it provoking an up attack?
It has not moved out of your threatened
Oh,
zone.
okay.
This is happening. It is in the process of flying.
Okay.
But that is the end of its movement, so it cannot go far enough to get out of your reach.
Okay. Okay.
Right, that brings us to your turn.
Okay. Use a bonus action. And we'll just use that same thing you just said. Okay. Yeah, in front of me, I am going to have to deal with Okay. in back. I need to get this thing. Right, yeah. The writer. Hopefully I can take him out quickly. During a cold shot.
Oh, nice 2, so 19. Wyvern Knight. 19. Oh, you're behind him, so he really can't employ his shield very effectively. So taking out the shield bonus, 19 hits.
Okay. Okay, so 14 plus 5, my shining boost is on, so this damage becomes radiant and gets the shining boost label there.
So 14. 5 is 19. Shining boost makes it 25.
Okay. And
25 does not drop him.
okay, because I was gonna do a level.
Putting a smite on it.
Yeah. Okay, level 2. Unfortunately, it rolled less, but
Looking hyper rough, but he is still technically up.
okay. I will go in a second strike. Ooh.
-2, 16 does not hit. It deflects off the plate mail.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Good for you.
That's it for me.
Okay. So, Dragon is going to take a legendary here. As it smashes its wings against the air super hard. Everything within 15 feet. So that would be Farron, the rider, the wyvern, and technically the guards and the ballista, but those just, suck it. Need to make a dex save.
Um.
Dex save 12, so you take damage.
This bludgeon.
It will be bludgeoning, yes. Okay, as the force of the impact smacks into you and the wyvern and everything, the wyvern loses control of its flight and goes spiraling down towards the ground, as failure results in you being knocked prone in addition to the damage. The wyvern rider attempting to hold the reins as the force impacts is sent rocking forward, and there's a sickening snap as his body is twisted by the force of the wind. Oh. And he goes limp before the wyvern lands smacking into him, crushing him under its weight. I will need a dex save from Farron. You will be prone, and you are taking the fall damage, which is why the damage is so high. But we are rolling to see if you get pinned under the wyvern. You avoid getting pinned under the wyvern.
Okay.
Oh. It moves half its moves. Have to let it.
Getting into its lair.
Okay, the wyvern is definitely not looking happy. And you and the wyvern are now on ground level. So their turn. Wyvern is definitely going to lash Aaron, as you are the only target in range. Move. Yoki. Same number of target. They've lost the bonus.
So I heard the Wyvern rider basically he died. What about the Wyvern itself?
The Wyvern is still up.
Okay. But the Wyvern sitting there, they're like, motherfucker, why'd you hit me?
I'd say the Wyvern went smack to the ground, is disoriented and lashing out. The rider, got his body broke.
You would think the Wyvern would be like, motherfuckers, like, we on the same team.
Well, the Wyvern's just an animal. It doesn't necessarily know any better.
But then again, at the same time, it's probably going to see a dragon and be like, yeah, if it smacked me around, I probably deserved it.
Here we go. A 16 misses Farron. I believe 22 hits. Okay, so that's 12 damage and a con save.
Advantage.
Piercing and poison.
Okay, so 9 and 4 poison.
Well, the one that hit you is the Stinger, which is the second attack, which is piercing and then a con save versus poison. So 12
piercing.
Yeah, 12 piercing and a con save. As the Stinger jabs into you, from its tail stinger stabs into you.
Yeah.
Con save, that is a success. So you take half damage, so 23 becomes 12 poison.
Okay.
Now, Kyoki, I think the 21 and the 20 hit, but I could be wrong.
They would, but I've learned my lesson with what's going on. So I am going to use mislead.
Okay. Pop out of existence.
Oof.
While you are doing that, the dragon will once again cloak. Okay. Anybody refooting?
I'm good.
Nope.
Okay, that brings us to Kyoki. I don't remember, is mislead end at the start of your next turn, or is it a full round?
It lasts for one full round or until I attack, which is basically right about now.
Okay.
Okay. I'll say while they're swinging and hitting at what I would be. Going to reappear right there. I'm going to attempt to do something, and I'm going to hope for the best. If this goes, I'm going to say I am going to cast a spell, something that actually cost me a warlock slot. I'm casting Spirit Shroud at 4th level for necrotic damage. I'm going to use my main action because that's a bonus action spell, and I assume that I can do a bonus action spell and a cantrip as my main action, correct?
You can do a bonus action spell and a spell up to second level, as long as that spell. So you can do it. You can do two spells in a turn. One of those spells cannot exceed second level.
Okay, cool. All right, cool. Then my bonus action spell is going to exceed second level. My primary attack is going to be a cantrip.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Just offline. Okay, and these are to, let's see, Necrotic Shroud. Is that a save for me?
No, it's not. Basically, what it does, it'll any attack that I make gets an extra 2d8 damage of
Okay.
my
Who's the
choice.
combo to?
Now the combo is technically, since I got stunt points, I'm going to use 4 of those stunt points to make it to both of them.
They don't have to be adjacent. They just have to be within your reach.
Let's see, split spell. You can have it affect 2 so long as the second target is in the spell's range and no more than 10 feet from the original target.
Okay, and it's less than 10 feet, so yeah, you're good. Those both hit. Whichever one took the 27, because you did on both of them, the 27 exceeds by 10 plus.
Okay.
Drakes are down. And one of the dreadnoughts is down.
Okay, let's see. I have so I still have 2 points. I'm gonna go ahead and use. Yeah, I'm going to use 3 of my stunt points from the 18. I'm gonna give myself a magic shield and mighty spell to just go ahead and throw an extra 1d6 damage on.
Okay.
Of course.
Oh, that's still fine. All right.
Okay.
Anything else?
Let's see. Can I do? Let's see. I believe. I can't remember if I can actually do that. As far as I know, that is it. I'm gonna check something else. I'm trying to make sure that because I can never remember. I do need to. I do need to remember I have that. But yeah, that's all I'm technically doing. I'm just trying to see. Currently trying to see what my dodge is.
Ilya.
Can't remember. I can do that.
Yeah. Fiona will move over to here and hold a healing type.
Okay.
The trigger is going to be if an ally takes damage.
I forgot, Tristan. That 27 is actually a critical.
Okay. Cool.
I mean, it's not much. It's a D4.
Oh, so an extra 4 damage. Oh no! Gonna turn the
Of course, I
tide
crit
now.
on. I'll take whatever I can get.
He is now mildly inconvenienced. Ash will see how you're doing up there. Like, you want my help, or should I go for one of the ballista?
If you can stab something along the way, that'd be great. But the ballista might be best. I say if you're gonna run by, I say if you have the time to run by and stab, I'm not going to be opposed to that. Because the less time that I'm fighting, the more time we can spend shooting things.
Run up the steps.
Watch him carve him into a turkey. You just make it look so easy.
Well, it helps when you use a real sword.
Well, I have dainty hands, and I only have one of them now. I'll show him my other one bent backwards.
Okay, as he carves into the creature's back, like previously, cracks seem to form along its its body, glowing with that same kind of off pink energy before splitting open to reveal crystalline structure, and then it crystallizes and then shatters into a dust cloud. I need a flaming dust cloud. Each creature within a 10-foot radius, so Ash and Kyoki need to make dex saves.
Oh, goody.
Okay, that is both high enough. As you can see, scorch marks along the stonework from where the crystalline powder ash seems to actually burn through the air. Your clothing's a little, little singed in spots. You were able to get out of the way.
Save versus all?
Yeah, it's a save result.
Oh.
And then Ash, as that is happening, Ash vanishes in a flurry of snowflakes to get himself 30 feet closer to the ballista. Which brings us back to the dragon. He cloaks. Turning. Turning. And we're decloaking. And we're rolling a d6 to see if we get our breath weapon back. We do. Oh no. All right, valid targets. Right, 1d3. It's not going to twist its head all the way around the blast fair, and that would just be painful. What does it have against you, Kyoki?
You know.
Oh, because Because it must know you from the Drakengard.
I'm gonna assume.
Let's see what I can do.
Like, I'm gonna look up and it's like, well, not gonna pretend like I like you either.
It's technically longer than this. I'm just using this to mark out the width. Okay, so we can do Kyoki and Ash at least. And I believe your swords are still down.
Well, yeah. I'm just holding. I'm just holding the
That's what I mean.
sword. Right?
They are unconscious. They don't have to make the dex roll. That's
Yeah.
what I'm confirming.
Yeah. No.
I'm sorry. Yeah, dexterity save.
Okay, yeah, I remember that one. That was rough. Okay. Jesus fuck. It's gonna be one of those days. No, actually, it's not even gonna be one. It has been one of them.
Okay, that is 90 lightning. But you have evasion, so that becomes 45 for you. Several of the guards along the wall are just vaporized outright.
Is there anything I can do to?
Is Ash within?
Yeah, you should be within.
No,
He's out of range.
out of range. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's just Kyoki as the first person.
Okay, so Kyoki would take 45. Ileana healed 36, so Kyoki takes 9.
Hmm. All right, so he said 45. God damn it! Fucking hell!
It was
This.
9 because Ileana healed.
Oh, okay.
So you only lose 9.
Okay. Oh, ah, God damn it.
That then brings us to Farron.
Okay, how high is the dragon?
Um, at this point, about 30 feet above the wall, so about 50 feet from your ground level.
Okay, cool. Okay. Yeah. I'll pick myself up. Ugh.
That's movement.
Ugh. How's the wyvern looking, or is it just kind of pissed?
It is pissed, but it is still fighting.
I literally have bigger things to worry about right now. Okay. Yeah.
Gonna take the opportunity. I have +1 to that because of the special rules I'm using for the CR thing. So 21.
Okay. AC with the infernal robe and the great coat equals.
Okay, so it just misses as kind of like you phrase the edge a little bit as his teeth kind of run through the coat, but doesn't actually get purchased.
Check. Gonna have to at least do some damage to you. Because looking at the dragon, I take it there's no indication that it's been hit by any ballistas or anything.
Archers have been trying to hit it. The arrows have just kind of been bouncing off its hide. None of the ballista have been able to get a angle on it just yet, and one ballista was destroyed in its last wing blast.
Well. Level. Okay. I will use a bonus action to activate radiant consumption. The light coming off me is looking a bit more unstable as I am charging and gathering light in my hands to when looking up at the Dargan. Hopefully, this will get its attention on me and not the ballista. Make your shots good. Uh, it's gonna be a chunk. Okay. Shining gives it extra deep radiant consumption. I'm going to use my once a turn thing to add my level as additional damage. The damage may say force, but due to it is shining influence, it becomes radiant. Our total level is.
I say 15.
The energy I'm gathering will be kind of grappling with particles as I take a stance to try to direct this large amount of energy up towards the dragon. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. I've already factored in the shining influence.
Oh, or B. So you cock it back, unleash. The dragon, rocked, is impacted by the blast, rolls with the impact, and kind of a bit of a barrel roll, causing some of the blast to deflect off its hide. That still hurt, though.
Hmm.
Let's say for half, so 70 becomes 35. You already factored in everything else, so yeah, 35. Not happy with you. Its head snaps around to figure out what the hell that was, because it's been basically immune to everything that's been lopsided up to now. And despite the altitude, you could feel its eyes narrow in on you.
Oh, good.
It is aware.
Cool. Yeah, that is it for me.
Nobody's close enough to make the sonic boom worth it, so it's going to use its legendary to cloak again.
Nope, 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 nope. Whole lot of.
Hmm,
Kobold's turn.
I'm just
Wyvern's coming for David. There's just the one. I'll just work with that here. Okay. Remember, whatever I roll here gets +1 due to modifier. Actually, no, it's going to do that. I need a con save. As it's bounding towards you, it hawks a ball of bile and venom at you. Okay, so you save for half. So you take 19 damage from the poison blast.
it's poison.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it hawks a ball of poison at you for 19 damage.
Okay. At the end of each of your turns, you or each take radiant damage equal after a little.
8. All right. Anybody refooting?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Under the circumstances, I'm going to add the dragon to the initiative proper now, as opposed to just treating it as a layer action, because it has been brought into the combat officially now.
Gotcha. Okay.
Anybody refooting? All right. Top of the round is Kyoki.
Cool. Okay, so I'm finally gonna go ahead and give myself that. Give myself that ability. I'm gonna use one of my. Gonna use one of my hit dice to give myself the ability to add my charisma modifier to Eldritch Blast. And while I am making my way to this ballista, yeah, make my way to this ballista. That took my bonus action to do all that. Going to fire off these Eldritch Blasts at him.
At who?
The dragon. He's the only one left, right?
Invisible.
Oh, okay.
Which means you
Oh, the dragon's
rolling
invisible.
at disadvantage.
Hmm.
Because you're just kind of guessing where it is.
You know what? Fuck this thing. I'm gonna fire this thing down here.
Okay, you're gonna blast it over. Got it.
Yeah. Say, teamwork makes the dream work.
Yes, thank you.
Papa.
Okay, those all hit.
That is a lot of 2s for stunt points. What the fuck? You know what? Mighty spell, and um, and +1 extra damage. So that's all I can really do. I'm just gonna treat this like sorcerers of magic, spaz lasers. Wow. Thank you, 2d6 plus 1. This is absolutely going to be one of the things. Okay. Okay, so, absolute solid 30 points of force damage to the Wyvern.
Okay. But you.
I guess if I can't do any, say, yeah, I think that's about all I can really do. I'm thinking, yeah, I must say, use my say I actually no, I'm not say because that's that. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and dash because I couldn't do what I wanted to do with the dragon. So
Well, you used your bonus action to change your thing, and then you cast Eldritch.
oh yes, right, yes, right. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's yes, yeah, that's true. Okay, yeah, all right. Yep, I'm just gonna you know chill at these crates and hope that they provide some semblance of cover. I don't know which way he's coming from, but
Your turn, there is a massive downshift of air as the dragon executes its wing attack and comes out of cloak. I need Ileana and Kyoki to make dexterity saving throws.
Wow!
thank you, fucking hell, finally.
Okay. That is 2 fails.
Okay, shit, okay.
So you both have evasion, so I believe this is halved. So you both take 11 damage and are knocked prone.
Oof.
Fuck. What sort of damage is that? Just like damage damage? Oh, okay.
He has come out of cloak because he attacked. All right. That brings us to Ileana.
She'll pick herself back up. Oops. Bonus action.
The dragon, 15 feet above you. By you dashing.
Within reach.
You're within reach of his tail or bite attack. He's going to try this. Oh, no, based on that, where his head is. He's going to go for the tail attack. The 28 hit?
Yeah. This may not work if the tail.
No, it just smashes it. It just kind of clocks you in the back.
Okay. Yeah. Stumbles. But is able to ultimately reach Ash to cast some cure.
Thank you.
Uh-huh. Okay, yep, that was bonus in action.
Okay. Ash. Yep. All right, guys, we need to bring it around. Okay. As it still has its guards on it. Takes 1 action to load, 1 action to aim, and 1 action to fire. So Ash is able to make a ballista shot. Do anything to it beyond the normal right now, but that is Dex. But Chak. A terrible roll. Deflects off the scales. Damn it! Aaron.
Okay, can you keep on the wyvern that's next to me?
Keep beating the shit out of it? Happy to do so.
Attack. Try dodging this one. Oh wait, what do you mean damage 0? Oh fuck. Oh, I know why that happened. Do it again.
So it takes half of 0. No.
It takes half a 0.
It's clocked by another, energy blast. Howls and roars in pain, rather.
Okay. Consumption damage.
That's the conception to the wyvern. You're just burning in your radiantness.
Okay. I realize even as a note, I've been unnecessarily doing some key.
All right, that it?
Yeah.
Go, wyvern! 19, I believe, misses. Oh, 20. Is it +1? 20 misses, I believe.
It's me, yes.
Yeah. And 20 misses. Okay. Okay. If we get our breath weapon back. We do not. Okay. First, it's going to execute a frightful presence. I need everyone who is not immune to fear to make wisdom saves.
I believe my protection argues.
I would be surprised if it did.
Let's see.
As far as I know, nobody is immune to fear.
I do not believe. I'm gonna say, yeah, I don't believe. I think it's charm for me, but yeah. Winning ring. Yep. No, it's just charm. All right. So what am I rolling? Wisdom.
Wisdom, yeah.
Okay. Hmm. 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 All right. I'll say, what's the? I'll say the DC for that. I'm assuming is like 20 something.
It's high.
Is the DC? Is the DC higher than 20?
I'm not sure I can tell you that.
Okay. I was just trying to figure out if it's even worth rolling because the maximum I can roll is 20.
Kyoki fails. Baron succeeds. I need one for Liana.
Such a massive gap between us, I can't tell.
Liana also fails, so everybody but Farron has failed. While frightened, attacks are at disadvantage, and you cannot move closer to the creature.
Good thing it's in the air.
I'll say,
You take the save at the end of each of your turns. In terms of your question, Brian, it is possible for you to make the save.
With a +2? Okay.
Well, it's always possible on a crit.
I didn't think you could crit fail, that you could crit make saves.
Yeah, I thought it was only like attack rolls.
It is, but I'm letting you know that, on a +2, it is possible for you to make the save.
Okay. Okay.
Worst case, you have to move closer to David to get his free +5, but
yep.
it is physically possible on 3d6 +2 for you to make the save.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay. Lining up targets, because he doesn't have his breath weapon. He's been doing gentle turns, so it'd be easier for him to come down, doing claws and bites. So he's going after Ash and Ileana. Makes 3 attacks on his bite, 2 with its claws. Yeah. Hit point 5. Yeah, I'll go with that version. That's more dual-wielding dragon to figure out which one is more appropriate for the vibe you're going for.
So, what more appropriate to the vibe?
Remember, I mentioned how I'm dual-wielding the 2014 and the 2024 to kind of mix and match the abilities into a. So it's like which one feels more appropriate for what I'm doing, so it also represents the CR appropriately.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's actually coming down to attack you guys.
It is swooping down to tag Ash and Ileana.
Motherfucker's doing a drive-by clawing.
Drive-by clawing and biting, yeah.
So it's swooping down, attacking, and then going back up?
Yeah. It's doing a diving run.
Gotcha.
Because the breath did not recharge.
If you don't mind, I'm gonna dupe some of the unnecessary keys out.
Hey, if you've been doing your math wrong, feel free to fix it. Okay. Hoorah! Okay, the bite misses Ash, but I'm pretty sure both of those hit Ileana. 26 and 27.
6 and 27 does definitely. So. Here's some resistances. Right at your sheet would like to open for me. So,
Let's see. Tristan, if I use my bonus action to do something else, can I use my action to actually command my swords instead?
I know technically we convert it to a bonus action, and bonus actions cannot normally, actions cannot normally be used to execute bonus actions. But given the nature of how your subclass works, yeah, I'll let you do it as either an action or a bonus action.
Okay.
ouch. Big ouch.
Well, I mean, it is a fuck mother and dragon. Okay.
How far up is it?
It had to come down, and even if it was able to pull back up a little bit, he still has to be within range for fighting. So it is currently 15. Yeah, 15 feet in the air from the wall. And the wall is 20 feet up. So yeah, in relation to you, he is 15 feet in the air.
Awesome. Okay.
In relation to
Doable.
David, he is 35. Okay. Anybody refooting besides the dragon?
I'm good.
Okay.
That's a fact.
It's getting frustrated.
Oops.
Kyoki?
Okay. See what I can do here. Probably not much, but worth a shot. B, paste, copy, paste. All right. Let's go. I'm going to. Oh, no time to be scared. No time to be affrighted. Kyoki's going to. Let's say Kyoki is going to hold out his arm. It's like, okay, you're gonna have to be brave for the both of us. I'm going to let go of Shinso, and um, it is going to go flying. It is going to go flying up here to basically stab the part of it can actually reach. And Shinzo, I'll say, since he, I'll say, actually, no, that's right. Never mind. I told him I would take care of this wyvern real quick. So, never mind. I'm gonna wait on that because I did tell him I would take care of this wyvern. So, more spaz lasers. Oh shit.
Those all hit.
Yeah, 1 damage. God forbid I roll doubles.
No stuns.
Nope. Just looks pretty.
As you riddle it full of holes, and it collapses forward.
There you go.
Thank you.
No problem. I'm going to. What does the ballista use for?
The ballista will be, you will use it. It has a listed attack value. In this case, it has +6, but you do get. I will let you add your dex to the damage.
Okay, so it's 3d6 plus 6.
Yes. And
Okay.
one still has crew, though they are injured. So
And that I'm saying that doesn't and the +6 is for anyone who uses it, correct?
anybody who uses it will be rolling 3d6 plus 6.
Okay.
And it can fire
Cool.
once a turn because it takes, because of how long it takes to aim and reload.
Okay. I'm going to yell to these guys. It was like you got it was like man the ballista. We're gonna try. I'm gonna say we're gonna try to.
Getting the ballista, they have not been able to do anything with it.
So they need us to use it.
In order for the ballista to be useful against anything except keeping reinforcements away, a PC has to be on it.
Gotcha. Okay.
As long as the guards are on it, there will be no Drakengard reinforcements, but it cannot hurt the dragon.
Okay. Cool. Case. All right. What did we say? I'm gonna say. Drinking potions was a bonus action, correct?
Drinking potions is a bonus action, yes.
Okay. Then I can't do that. You know what? That'd be stupid. I'm not going to do that until later. Nope. Nope. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna stand up. I'm gonna use my movement to stand up and move an extra 15. Let's say move an extra 15 feet. And, yeah, is this still down here? This old whatever the circle is.
That's the Erden that is there for another 4 turns, though Ash probably would drop it at this point because it is not. There's nobody there for it to.
Is that is that like a concentration or?
It was a concentration spell.
Okay. All right. Never mind. Actually, so if I just shot him, then I didn't really use a bonus action. Okay.
So you still have your movement. Your bonus level. No, you took your movement.
Yeah. I've used half my movement to stand up. Move 15 feet away.
You did your action to shoot the laser. So yeah, you just have your bonus.
Okay. Bonus action. This guy's. I'm gonna say, fuck it. I'm using it. I'm turning this guy into my primary target.
Okay. Remember, attacks against him are at disadvantage because you are feared.
Yep. When do I roll against the fear? At the end of my turn?
At the end of your turn.
Okay, cool. Then time to go ahead and re-roll that and hope for the best. Let's see. Where's my thing? Here we go. The wisdom?
Wisdom, yeah. Okay,
Nope.
that is a fail. Okay. At the end of your turn, it is going to blow a couple of legendaries to smash its wings down. I need dex saves from Ash and Ileana. you guys, they both take 19 and are knocked prone. The guards with Ash are killed. At the top of the round, those will be replaced. I think that's how they said that operates.
Because more people will pour in.
Yeah, more guards will take their place, yeah. Defenders, kills that many NPCs, adventurers who happen to get caught in the NPCs attacks him. Reach attack, he slips away. Yeah, okay, yeah, more arrive at the, for each round to replace those who fell. Okay. Yeah, that's enough to drop those guards. Lista has taken 1 thing of damage. Hit points here. Movement after doing that. Curving around the castle. Has ascended 40 feet at this point, which puts it 60 feet in the air. Liana?
Heal thyself. Pick yourself up. Over here. Find this guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your turn. He'll initiate another cloaking phase. Ash will load the crossbow. Ballista, rather. Aaron?
This almost was useful.
Hmm?
Divine sense. I was like, can I pierce your invisibility? No, because dragon is not on this list unless you're like a demonically corrupted Phoenix dragon or some shit. Or a god dragon or something.
One of them gets dragon, but yeah, clearly it's not the one you are.
Yeah. Okay. I will.
I mean, you can attempt your Kamehameha, but it's going to get bonuses for being invisible.
Yeah. I will spend hit dice to regain key. Will 60 in the air. Okay. I, in my Libby state, will durations and make a dash up to 60 feet in the air for a mission. Let me light. The number I have on the feather is tracking the flight duration, not the flight altitude. I'll just shoot up shoot up 60 feet. I look a bit tasty. And
tasty.
tasty. And I will use my bonus action to get 20 temporary. Good thing we got that long rest in, because that is reset. Cool. Given that, I will kind of be just kind of looking, trying to find a shimmer or a moment of it becoming visible. Unfortunately, I can't hold anything right now, but I am on alert for its reappearance, so I can strike. And that'll be it for my turn.
All right.
Oh wait, I need damage. My form actually gives me damage reduction, which makes this a lot more a lot easier to manage the damage of.
Okay. Because the ballista have been reoriented towards the dragon, the Drakengard forces are able to actually bring their siege engines to bear because the suppression fire for those is gone.
Okay.
The crossbowmen on the walls are still able to keep other guys from approaching the walls, but the siege engines are now in play. So what this means is, every time it gets to the kobold's turn, such as now, I will be rolling a siege weapon attack versus each of you as they are just raining raining stuff down on the keep.
Yeah, okay. I was within range, but they're siege weapons of range.
Yeah, you are within the you say 1,200 feet. That is the trebuchet can fire.
Yeah. Even if they're in the air, they can arc that shit. So
now I'm counting you guys as at the max at the long range for them, so they are rolling at disadvantage.
okay.
They've all set the darkness by the fact that it's flaming ammunition.
Okay.
But this is just kind of raining down on everybody. But the easiest way to represent that is just to roll attacks versus each.
Yeah, which is fine. Man, I hope we don't get hit.
Following this round, I will change them to a turn 20 layer action type of thing, like I was doing with the dragon before. Basically, the army and the dragon have traded roles in the initiative.
Fair, nice.
Oh. Not sure what happened. Oh, I advanced the turn. That's what happened. Okay, there we go. Okay. I'm pretty sure that misses everybody. 17 might hit Ileana, but I don't think so.
Ileana's a 19.
Yeah, okay.
Ah!
I have a miss.
Yeah. So shells are, flaming rocks, and as you're seeing them, they're kind of the ones that shatter, and you seem to be basically ceramic, dense ceramic pots full of alchemist fire that are just shattering and splattering crap all over the place. So there are now little bits of flaming terrain hazard up on the walls where you guys are. Not enough to actually be a problem, but if you fail by a large enough margin, I might count it as a hazard.
Okay.
Timer. All right. Dragon's gonna take his movement. out. Appropriate spot, because he was turned that hard. Okay. Get his breath back. He does. I'll make more that line. Should be able to Baron and Yoki line.
So I need to make another.
All right, so
A dex save.
unleashing his lightning breath on Farron and Kyoki. That is a dex save. There's a fail on Farron's part. Fail on Kyoki's part, but Kyoki takes half.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Ow.
This is so fun.
Okay, so 107 to Farron and 54 to Kyoki.
Okay. Okay.
Take a minute. $54 Kyoki, 107 Farron.
Ah! 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 Like barreling through the air, trying to, trying not to just fall. Ah! Ah! It's getting slow. It's getting tired, guys.
All right, cool. I'm gonna have to have that half again. What was it, 54?
Yeah, 54.
Oh, okay.
Are you having it?
Keen defense.
Keen defense applies to attacks, right?
Oh, is this not attack? Fuck. Okay, hold up.
Breath weapon's not an attack.
Okay, 1 second. Hold up.
Dragon's, bearing down on Farron right before unleashing the breath. He's you who thinks to wield the power of the ancients, be gone from my sight!
Wait, what? Ah!
Dragons can talk.
I was trying to do the ancient thing.
Okay. Cool. I'm going to use my unyielding stance to, when I would drop to 0, I'm going to drop to 1 instead.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
Upside, the ballista was not in the range of the blast.
Good.
Okay, that's it for the dragon's turn. Top of the round, guards are replaced. Anybody refooting?
I don't think
Nope.
it's rolling lower.
Okay, nobody's refooting. And top of the round is Kyoki.
Okay. Good a time as any. I'm going to reach into my pocket because I actually have this on me and not in the bag. I'm going to go ahead because if a fuck mothering dragon isn't the reason to use this, and I'll say fuck mothering dragon isn't the reason to use this, might as well be the time. I am going to use my potion. I'm going to say use my potion of heroism.
I need a hero.
I'll say, and go ahead and do that. All right, gives me 10 temporary hit points.
Sorry, what was that?
I'll
Hit
say,
points. Tide has turned.
Ah, yes.
and I'll say 10 temporary hit points, and I'm under the effects of Bless
That'll.
for, I'm under the effects of Bless for 1 hour. All right. Like, all right. See what I can do. Ah! I'm gonna hold my hand out towards him. Let's see. Let me see. Did he go invisible again?
He's still visible, yes.
Okay, so he's still visible.
If you can see him on the map, he is visible.
He is outside of my range. Okay, so all right. Can't hit him with a weapon, but I can shoot spaz lasers at him. Those are 23, a 23, or a 28.
25, 26, 31. Oh, the disadvantage, right. So 23, 23, 28. That all hits.
Okay. I forgot to add. So after that, I forgot to add. So that 7 becomes a 12, 13 becomes a 18, 9 becomes a 14.
Just tell me what your modifier is 5, right?
Yeah, Mase.
Not gonna show.
But since he's my target, I get to add my intelligence modifier to hitting him.
Okay, the intelligence modifier is
+5.
you're adding your intelligence modifier to hit him or do the damage?
It's both. Mase is to hit, to damage,
additional.
and to saving throws.
Okay, that was a good hit.
I like how I rolled 6 times and even if I rolled otherwise, none of them actually rolled doubles.
Okay. At the end of your turn.
All right, I'm gonna use my let's see, bonus act. Let's see. I'm running this way. And let's see, what can I do as a bonus action? Wait, no, I already drank my potion. Yeah. All right. That's all I can do. Oh yeah. I need to roll my to feared. Fuck.
Now
I also get to add bless to it. Yep. See if it's any good. 20.
20 is exactly what you needed. You are no longer afeared.
Yay. Yay, the potion of heroism. I don't have to be a bitch anymore.
All right. At the end of your turn, it is going to snap at Farron.
If I can see that I hit him, does it look like it actually did anything, or does it look like he's shrugging it off? Okay, I'm just trying to see if it does it look resistant or does it.
It appeared to be about as effective as one would expect against a dragon.
Okay. Okay, so it didn't look like it was like resistant or anything.
Resistant. It appeared to be what you would expect.
Okay, cool. That's all I need to know. All right.
Okay. Snap at Farron. The 27 hit.
27 does hit.
Okay, there you go. Damage is accurate.
Okay, I take it he's not actually getting the critical pluses.
No.
Okay, I will spend a hit die for still standing, since I action to do so, as I HP drops 1. No.
Yeah.
Barely breaks him into. Oh, this is going to be different.
Oh.
Counterroll. It's not blood, it's healing. Can you shift this to back, please? Concentration.
Like it can be moved.
Oh, you're just going to map it.
That was the idea, yeah.
Okay. Uh,
Ready for you?
that is it for Illinois.
Oh, these skies are mine! As he slams his wings together
Oh no, not more damage.
in a intense gust. I need you to make a dex save.
Okay. Let's see how this goes.
Dex save 18 is not enough. That is 13 bludgeoning, plus whatever fall damage for the fact that he has knocked you prone out of the air.
The fact that I have flight, I think that doesn't negate it.
My understanding is that if you have fly move and you're knocked prone, you fall. I have 13 bludgeoning plus I missed how high up you were.
60.
So 66.
So, I'm not. It die. Ah! Oh. This agent power you're talking is, I'm going to shove it down your throat.
Okay, good for you.
Yeah.
Ash swings the ballista around. Another shot deflects off the scales. Comes the hail. On Ash, miss on Ilana, miss on Farron, definitely a miss on Kyoki.
Okay.
Almost, but not quite a crit hit. Farron.
He's still 6 feet up.
Based on what he was doing, 70, but yeah.
Ugh. Still. Yeah. Little bitch. At least it's costing a little bit of some.
I'd say it's not totally wasted.
As I would take enough self damage to go to 0. I'm I'm setting a hit die to keep up.
Okay.
Six. Okay. As I was on cone, I'll take half up. Um. Whenever the creature starts its turn with time. Okay, I get to. Since I'm still in the rain, I get. So. Dice. Okay. Um. Looks like I may need to get under its armor. Oh, yeah, is it for me?
Okay, for you, no breath weapon. He's coming down for a bite and a pair of claws. He's biting at Ileana and clawing at Kyoki as he kind of makes a diving run past them.
Oh, that definitely hits Ileana. Looks like
Mm.
stunts.
Yep, finally got stunned.
Get Ileana on the way. Skirmisher off the battlement.
I can't afford that, so let's see.
High or low, Ileana?
Oh,
Okay, you are lucky he is skirmishing 5 feet towards the inner circle.
okay.
So 5 feet, skirmish 5 feet inwards. Kyoki, in theory, those hit, but it sounds like you're doing something.
Miss Lee, because I can't afford to get hit right now. Got 1 hit point left.
You're lucky he's not one of those dragons that has true sight.
Ah!
All right. Anybody refooting?
Oh, I'm good.
I mean, Kyoki has to refoot because he stole the initiative, but
Ah.
oh, he did? Okay, I didn't know that's what he was doing.
yeah,
Okay,
on his hit on Ileana, he sees the initiative.
okay, no problem. Let's see. Nice. Oh shit, 16 points. Okay, cool. Finally, everything's coming up Millhouse. Initiative stunts. Hmm. 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 Last second roll. Okay. Yep. I'm currently going to do last second roll.
Okay.
Hmm.
And that his breath weapon did not come. He is actually going to touch down here on the wall and repeat his previous turn.
Okay.
However, Yoki is it's till his turn till your turn, I believe. Yeah, full round.
Yeah, yes, yeah, still my turn. So
Yeah, so he's mauling the crap out of your illusion. I don't know if a 25 hits Ileana.
I have just Ileana.
how has she been doing on her fear checks?
He hasn't been rolling them. Probably should.
So will saves.
Yeah, wisdom save.
It's a couple rounds.
Those are all fails.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know if a 25 hits her. Pretty sure it does.
Yeah, her AC 19.
Okay, so yeah, should we mark that off?
Yeah, I just
Ileana's turn.
Is she prone?
Those were normal attacks. So
Like stumbling, moving over this direction to get closer to Kyoki.
You're starting to look as bad as me.
No.
Think you can? I don't know if you're capable of it, but do you think you can make a water sphere big enough for him?
I was making concentration checks.
Sure.
Okay.
Concentration or concept.
Uh, here we go.
So is that 38 points of
38 to you, 25 to her.
up to 39 plus 10, so I'm at 49. Awesome.
Okay. Take one more separatist closer. Yeah.
Yeah. I need dex saves from Yoki and Ileana as he's smashing his wings down.
Okay. Swear to God, if I can't make this at 3d6 plus 15 plus a d4, son of a bitch. About
Okay, Ileana takes 16 and is prone. Yoki takes 8. No, Kyoki takes nothing because he has evasion. And he has launched himself down into the courtyard.
Okay.
Ileana can make her wisdom save because that's the end of her turn.
So let's go.
It doesn't hurt to try. Close. No. Okay, Ash, seeing how ineffective the ballista is being, is going to try.
Shoot him with his regular weapon.
He brings his hand back. As he's drawing his hand back, the air is filling with a long shard of ice that he then launches forward, Ultimacia style.
Let's see, Ultimation attack.
Okay, that does hit. A lot of damage, but it does hit. He has to make his own wisdom save. Nope. Okay, still feared.
I'm gonna get this guy.
Bonus action 100 mark. Okay. And at Ash's turn, Dargan's going to make a attack, a bite attack on Farron.
It's an actual crit?
No.
No. Running out of these hit dice. There's out healing, I have to keep burning them.
Right. That brings us to Kyoki.
Okay. Let's see. Right. So is he like on the ground?
It is currently standing on the ground in the courtyard. Yeah.
Can your wife hold him down?
Nope.
Your wife needs to lift more.
I'll say can't do much, but I'll say if there's one thing we did learn how to do, to be assholes. How far down is this jump?
That would be a 20-foot drop. If you're just trying to get to the ground.
How difficult would it be to land on his wings since it's like right here?
That would be the climbing onto a larger creature maneuver.
That's an action?
I believe so. Looking that up now.
See if like jumping.
Large opponent, after making necessary ability checks to get into position and onto as determined by the situation, creature uses its action to make a check contested by the creature.
Okay. Never mind.
Yeah, climbing onto him would count as an action.
Yeah, so 20-foot jump would
2d6 fall damage.
That'd be a dex save, or is it just you just take damage?
That's just you take it.
Okay.
Given the circumstances, however, that since you're doing it as a controlled fall, I would let you attempt a dex save to have it.
Okay.
Your evasion would not apply, but you could still have it.
Okay. Cool. It's worth it.
Okay, make me a dex save. Or an acrobatics check, either one works. Same thing. 3. Okay, so you take 3 damage.
Oof, ow. Right, mark that off of my temp HP. Right. Time, I say. Right, let's see what we can do in regards to carving up this bird. Orochi! Going shit. I'm going to hit him. I'm going to hit him with Black Mark. So, I'm gonna hit him with Black Mark. So if Black Mark hits, then if Black Mark hits, then all damage done to him for the rest of this encounter is +2 damage.
Is that from anybody or just you?
But whether anyone who hits him with damage, he takes +2.
Okay.
Just flat +2?
Yeah, it had a flat +2.
Yeah, just a flat +2 to damage if I manage to hit him with this. All right, let's see. Hopefully this works. Got advantage and a whole lot of shit to hit him with. Let's go.
Okay, those hit. And the 32 is by 10 plus.
Okay. 3. Swing at him again. Use that 4 to swing at him again.
Okay, the 33 is by 10 plus. Okay, walk me through 3 attacks. How?
So using Mase, so it's using my duelist point to get the 2 attacks. The twin strike. So, and since I have Orochi flanking him, then that gives me my advantage. And I use the 4 stunt points on the 32 from the first attack to get it. Use that to do an extra attack.
Okay, so duelist point plus stun point. Gotcha.
Yeah.
As I knew where advantage came from. I just missed where the extra attack came in.
Yeah.
As I knew where the first 2 were. I was like, how'd you get a third? Okay, we're good.
Yeah.
He's actually bleeding now.
Okay.
You have drawn blood.
Yay! Finally.
It does not look thrilled.
I could. Nope, can't risk it. Summoning Orochimaru back up my sleeve. I'll say throw him out for advantage, bringing him back to. I'll say throw him out for advantage, bringing him back. And I am going to use my bonus action to dodge.
Another hail of siege fire comes down. Pretty sure that misses all of you?
Yes, I was concerned
Yep.
for a second.
Aaron?
Okay.
I hope that helps. Shit, that's right. I recover 5 points of health.
Do we have any hero points? I believe it was 2 for 0 for us.
Yeah, I currently have 2, and I completely forgot that I had them.
Okay.
Why'd you say something?
I was hoping we'd have one.
It's not like me using it here would do me any good.
I mean, pretty sure you can use a hero point on a dragon.
I mean, I can. I'm just not sure what good it would do me that I'm not already doing with legendary actions and the fact that he's already kicking your ass.
And that is, in fact, a +3.
As you jump up to sucker punch the dragon successfully. Tommy Oliver style.
Okay. I am
sure you can the dragon.
Interesting. Is that not calculated?
So you have consumption going.
Yeah, I do have
consumption. And you have boost going.
Yeah, and I have boost going.
So that's 29.
And device.
1 or 2.
I generally go for 2, so since I looked at it, I have to go with 2. Okay. The consumption is not add 5 to that because we're level.
Okay.
Up.
Landing was the biggest mistake this dragon made.
I mean, technically, landing is always the worst mistake a dragon can make.
Okay. Going in for a second punt.
My fault. He can't get his breath weapon back.
Okay. Do note that rating consumption of 15 only applied to the first attack.
Okay. So it's a 24, if I'm reading that right?
Yeah, because rating consumption is not applying on the strike.
Oh, I was talking about the damage. It's 24. Or I mean, the hit is a 21. Or...
yeah, the +3 counts.
Okay, so 24 to hit.
Yeah,
but no consumption, but still shining boost.
right.
Okay, you get another good hit in as it rocks back.
Level 1 Divine Smite. Watch it roll lower this
Yeah.
time. Oh, roll higher. Okay.
Okay.
And I have not utilized my bonus action. A trick that I can still do though.
Poor guy.
Okay, I can't do that. I will utilize my bonus action to go in for a third strike.
Okay. Hits. I believe the +3 still counts.
Yep.
So shining boost plus bludgeoning.
Yeah, the bludgeoning is now radiant because shining is active.
Oh yeah, I was just confirming that which one's counted.
Yep. And level 1 divine.
Okay, that was definitely a good round.
Okay. I need to spend a hit die to keep standing because I haven't been healed to reset that effect. Things turn is so I get a last fuck you in with the burning light. Okay. Yeah. I believe that is all I can do at the moment. It's like punch, kick, fuck you.
Well, certainly did stop, so it was not a wasted turn.
Good. It's apparently it's human rule for my range blasts.
Okay, anybody refooting?
No, I'm good.
Okay, nobody is refooting. It is unleashing. Its hind claws rake back at Kyoki as its mouth comes down to snap at Farron, and it's swinging its tail around to an attempt to blindly hit Ileana. Given that Ileana is up there on the wall and he is down in the courtyard, despite even with his size, I'm going to count her as having, given his size, I'll count a half cover.
Okay. Keep in mind she's still prone, and the tail's a melee attack.
Okay. Given the angling and everything, I will not, give him the advantage for that. Just because again, it is the fact that she's prone and the fact that he's making a blind attack, cancel each other out.
Okay. Son of a fuck.
Okay, so that's a 27 to Farron, 22 to Ileana, but again, she actually, given the angle, I'm gonna count that as I count as 3/4 for her.
Range up to a 20.
Okay, so that just hits Ileana, and 32 to hit Kyoki.
Ugh. She has been.
She does have hit die. I'm just reminding you. I'm just letting you know.
She'll use it.
There's a 32 hit Kyoki. Kyoki's on mute. Okay, 1 second. I will wait for that.
Yeah, I already factored it out.
Okay, you already marked that off. David, did you mark off you and Ileana?
One for the hit die?
Well, the fact that you guys got hit.
Oh, yeah, I do have a question, though.
Okay.
For still standing, as an option, if you take damage again, your GM may or may not allow you to spend dice to keep standing.
Yeah.
So how are you wanting to
I
roll
believe it
that?
takes the
'Cause
reaction.
it is a reaction, and I still have my reaction.
Okay. If you have not used your reaction, you can spend the hit die.
Okay.
If you have used your reaction, then you're SOL.
Okay. Good. In that case, I am still up one.
Okay. That should be everybody then. Takes it over to Ileana.
Actually, hold on. That's 26.
Oh, can't go that way. She's still feared. Does she roll at the beginning or into
And
the end? Okay. Okay. What's the drop on that?
it's 20-foot drop.
Okay.
For the purposes of distances, just count it as two-dimensional.
Okay.
Just keep it simple.
Uh,
She is scarfing down these mana potions, I assume.
he hasn't actually had to scarf down a mana potion yet. She has a high amount of mana. The first hit is actually going to go to her. Then it's going to bounce off to her, to Kyoki, and then from Kyoki to her.
Okay. So Ileana heals 41, Kyoki heals 22, Baron heals 20.
Yeah. I like how Farron heals 20 and it barely looks like his meter went anywhere.
Karen has a lot of it.
I healed 20 hit points. It looked like I basically went back to full.
Okay, that's it for Ileana.
Okay, end of Ileana's turn. Everyone needs to make a dex save as it beats its wings down in an effort to take off.
This motherfucker trying to run.
Less run and more reposition. Okay, so that's 25 for Kyoki. I'm pretty sure succeeds. Yeah, that's a success for Kyoki and a failure for everyone else.
Okay.
So Kyoki takes nothing. Ileana takes 10 because of evasion. And Farron takes 19 and is prone.
So much for that 20 hit points.
Explosion?
Yeah.
So how high up has he gone?
He is hanging 40 feet in the air.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ash. Try another ice spike. Definitely hits.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Okay, 35. Oh shit, I don't think I've ever actually used a magic stunt before. Hang on.
You technically cast again if you want. That's normally what I use mine for, but of course I'm a warlock. So.
Oh, nasty. Sure, we'll go for the double tap. The dragon is not liking that. As two large ice spikes lodge themselves in its side. Like, "Argh!" On its and ending Ash's turn, it's going to take a legendary to cloak.
Shit. Okay.
Okay. Oh, you're cloaked.
A cloak.
Alright.
I was going to fail, but oh, so close.
All right. Okay, she fails. Andy
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. All right, Kyoki.
Yeah. Let's see.
I say we wait for him to become visible again.
Yeah, fuck that noise. I ain't got all. Let's say fuck that noise. I ain't got all day for that.
Full in action. Kyoki's like, no, fuck that shit.
I hold no action. Fuck that.
I say hold my action in my ass. I say I hold my action. He's gonna hold his action. And I say if we keep holding our actions, we're gonna be holding our peace. Spaz lasers.
Okay, you are rolling at disadvantage because he is invisible.
25, 31,
Will
and
still hit
29. Just firing into there like ah.
Wait, I forgot the additional minus. Is it -2 total or -2 per hit?
No, it's +2. It's plus
Oh,
two
the damage. Is it an extra 2 per hit or just once?
It's extra 2 per hit for any time anything hits.
Yeah, okay.
Oh shit, I forgot. Yeah, I forgot to add that.
Okay. Oof. Does your combat focus still apply if you can't see them?
Just says, let me see. Combat focus, combat focus, combat focus. Nope, doesn't say.
All right. I'll have to think on that.
I'll say.
I can see, I can see arguments for either way.
Well, I presume the combat focus is happening because you're able to read your opponent and everything.
I'm not.
Or they are
I can see arguments for either way. That I'll get back to you on that, but right now I'm not going to make a big deal on it.
Yeah, that 34 would have been nice, but I have 2 stunt points. And what can I do? Oh, actually, if I remember correctly, if the numbers are the same, I have to take the one that's technically worse, correct?
Because it's disadvantage, yes.
Okay, so 29 and 29, so I have to take the one that doesn't have stunt points. Okay, so okay, what can I do with 2 magic stunt? I could reduce the cost of my cantrip by 1. Mighty spell. That's pretty much all I can do. Five extra damage. Fuck. I'm gonna run over here. I run over here. I'm like, okay, drink this. I'm gonna like shove a potion in his mouth.
In his mouth, you can just hand it to him.
Oh, I can't use a bonus action to
It's bonus
force feed him
action
a
for
potion.
you to drink it. It's an action to use it on somebody else.
Ah, shit. Okay, never mind then. Ah, fuck. Never mind then. The dead body right here, right?
Yeah.
How much cover would it give me if I held it up in front of me? Or damage reduction?
Damage reduction, none. Depending on the attacks, I give it between 1/2 and 3/4, depending on the attack.
Okay. Mouse, I'm pretty sure he's gonna Mouse say because I'm half expecting him to like try to fry us with, thunder and shit. So I suppose damn corpses don't equal shit. Uh dodge. I'll say. Actually, yeah. I'm going to stand right here and I'm going to see if I can provide, I'll say, I'm gonna stand right here, trying to keep tabs on the dragon. I'm going to attempt to act. I'm gonna attempt to act as. I don't know if it's actually gonna work, but I'm going to attempt to take damage for Farron until he can get himself going.
Okay. In the event of a melee attack, I will let you attempt to roll to get into the way. In the event of an AoE, you're just SOL because it's an AoE.
Okay. Yeah. Worth a shot.
All right. That it for you?
I'll say. Yeah, and yeah, just gonna do my dodge and just kind of stand there, just like my arm just kind of dangling there, just like holding out the sword. But
I will count it as your bonus action to get to do that, though, so you would not be able to dodge.
Okay, cool. Then I'm just standing here then. All right.
Okay. Here comes the artillery. That's miss on everyone.
Yeah.
Baron.
Okay. Oh, jeez. Okay.
Don't worry, got your back.
Oh.
Your combat focus requires concentration, right?
Yes.
And have you been making your con saves for when you've gotten hit?
What did I get hit with? I got hit for that much. Okay, now hold on for a sec. Let me go ahead and make that real quick. Sorry, forgot about that. I got hit for 26, and that'll be on.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on a sec.
So you've been hit 3 times since you did that.
Let's see. Hold on. I got Let me scroll up.
While you're
trying to figure out he's just straight up invisible. So
he is straight up invisible, so attacks against him are at disadvantage.
Well, I mean, I know there's always been a question of, well, what if I use an attack that requires a save and not a hit roll?
Under the circumstances, I would count that as advantage for him.
Okay, what I'm going to do then is I'm going to use some of the little hit dice I have left. Some more key via the stuff. And I will be charging my attack, i.e., gathering energy and holding it until he to fire off when he makes himself invisible.
Right, let's see.
I have like 2 hit dice left.
Aha!
Oh, also, Yoki,
Yes.
you unfortunately are too close to me.
Okay, that's fine. Do I have to roll something, or do I just take
you
damage?
eat it.
Okay. How much damage am I taking?
8 radiant.
Okay. All right. Ow.
Which would prompt another concentration roll on top of the other ones you're in theory making.
Okay. Let's see.
Stand.
See. Those were that. I'll say those are from the monsters, I believe. 21, 19, 20, 17, and 19. Yeah, those from when I was fighting those things. I didn't have that up. Eldritch Blast.
Let's just keep it simple. Roll for the last 3.
Okay.
I guess 4 now, counting the one David just did to you. But as a difficulty is equal to half the damage you took.
Okay. 1. What the fuck? Okay. Well, at least that's still equal to it. I'll say 16 is still equal to
The combat focus applied to the saving throw?
Let me see. I believe so. Combat focus. Saving throw or ability checks. Yep. Although I do believe that getting hit by Farron does ruin that. Yeah, being too close to Farron, I do believe will negate that. So I do believe that's going to get dropped, and I'm going to have to reactivate it on my turn. All right, let's see. Okay. So you said 8 points of damage from Farron?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Radiant,
Yep.
if you have any resistance to it.
Nope. Ah, God damn it! What the hell, man?
Yeah, or if anyone other than your target inspired a saving throw or ability check from you, which Farron did, so yeah, it dropped because of Farron.
Yep.
It's overcharged right now.
See. At least I still have blessed.
Right. Anybody refooting?
I might as well. See.
So Farron's charging his attack. Top of the round. Dragon decloaks as it reveals itself on top of the tower.
Ha-ha!
As you are unleashing your Ki Blast, it is unleashing its breath weapon down upon you.
Oh!
So, Choki, Ileana, and Farron all need to make me dex saves.
Oh, no beam clash.
I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
Oh, it's like no beam flash.
Success of clash is determined by saving throw.
Okay. My saves are.
I'm waiting on Kyoki's.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm working on it. I was looking to see if I could find something to get advantage because I don't trust my dice. Let's see, where is the, let's see, alternative hit die?
let's just give me the dragon retract and just be like, "Decloak, fuck you."
Okay. Okay, twist of fate. Yeah, I'll say. Okay, cool. I'm gonna roll, and then I'm gonna re-roll. So if it fails, then it doesn't really matter. All right. On 3d6 plus a d10, you can't fuck me over on this.
It,
I believe so.
okay, well, the way you were talking, I wasn't sure if you were rolling twice or not.
Let's see. Um, I'll see what the hell.
I'm just, confirming that is your final total.
That's what I'm trying to make sure real quick. There's skill checks. Nope, 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 nope. Nope, nope. Nope. All right. Yep. That's it. Yeah. That's my roll.
The beams clash, bolts arc off in either direction. Causing minor scorches and burns. As, basically both sides are caught by blasts arcing off. Baron, the blast overpowers your blast. You take the full 75. Kyoki, you're seeing the way this is going. You are able to tuck and roll out of the way. You made the DC exactly. Ileana,
Like,
able to tuck
like fair enough. Oh shit.
enough, uses her evasion to only take 38.
Like, fair enough. Got you. Yeah, yeah. You got this. Got my hands on his back. He's like, oh shit. Ah!
The dragon will roll. And the recoil from its breath weapon rolls it back just enough to only get glanced by your Kamea wave. However, that glancing shot is enough to tear deeply into its shoulder and scorch the hell out of most of its wing. It is badly mangled. Clearly does not look like it wants to continue the fight. Glancing down at you and how mixed results that breath weapon was. It begins to push off from the tower, angling in an effort to try and fly away. As it does so, clearly having been bested by your blast and hoping to fall back.
It gets hit by a trebuchet rock.
There's a streak of brilliant light that comes sailing in from the ocean side, colliding with the dragon as it attempts to take to the sky with one wing. The form of the dragon goes into a spiral as it goes plummeting from the air, out of control, smashing face first into the wall of the keep with a sickening crunch. Pushing itself up off of the form of the dragon, shaking its head in momentary disorientation before letting out a much smaller and demure roar of its own, the light from its scales, creating a pseudo dawn-like effect, inspiring hope on the wall of the keep. There is a much smaller winged creature standing atop the corpse, proud.
Is that our little girl? I was being serious. I was like, "Is that our little girl?"
As the smaller dragon lets out its bellow, brilliant, radiant energy, arcing from its mouth into the sky. The Drakengard forces, the hail of fire from the Drakengard forces seems to stop in momentary what the fuck. You have been bought a moment of reprieve, as you have bested their dragon, and seemingly brought one of your own. And that's
I think that's our little girl.
That's still killing babies.
Hey, shit! If she didn't do it, if she didn't do it the moment it rolled around to my turn, I was just gonna fucking shoot him in the back with fucking Eldritch Blast until he died.
David got the killing blow. I am not, trying to deny him that. He actually got the killing blow. That was pure description of defeat.
No, I get that. I wasn't serious about just kill shilling stuff. I wasn't serious about that.
I have no problem with that. I'm like, yo, it's a fucking dragon. Whoever takes him out, I don't care. I don't care if Ileana finally decided to punch him in the face. I'm like, I don't care who did it.
I think though I will eventually pass out because I just don't want to burn any more hit dice.
I'll say.
Up.
I mean, I can't remember in D&D. Can we hand over hit dice?
Can you what?
I can't remember. Is this like key points where we can hand over hit dice?
No.
Okay.
Because I'm still under the constraints of that particular hit die use, so I'm just gonna pass out now. It seems appropriate. This was a really powerful dragon.
If it didn't land, I did have an idea. And I was like, it's probably going to be a bit more difficult. But
well, you guys definitely proved you can take it. At least once it lands. You were having a hard time while it was circle strafing, but that's the point of circle strafe.
Yeah, and honestly, we're only able to do this because of the hit dice rules in play, or else it would have been Hyoki very quickly.
Oh yeah, I'm not disputing that. I'm just saying with the rules they were in play, I knew you guys could handle it.
I'll say my original plan was like, okay, this is the most I can really do. The only way I could think of to get him out of the air was I was like, okay, if he's close enough, I'm just going to use my Eldritch Blast and the Grasp of Hadar. And it was like, if I can hit him 3 times, I can drag him down 30 feet, and I'll pull him close enough to me to just start wailing on him.
That might have worked. I know. I'm pretty sure Ileana's Gust spell or something would have also worked.
To an extent. Yeah. I think it would have made things difficult.
I was like, there were things you guys had that you could do.
Yeah. I was considering flying up to him and using the climbing the larger creatures rules to where I'd actually be gripped onto him versus having to maintain flight.
Yeah, Shadow of Colossusing it could have worked.
So,
I feel this went well.
I was concerned a bit that legitimately concerned a bit for our safety. That being said,
Good.
that does mean that this felt like a legitimate we're fighting a dragon versus, I guess regular fifth where it's like, oh, it's a dragon.
Okay, so my 5.5 dragon, did its job of not being insurmountable, but making you guys feel like you were actually in danger.
I also think we were legitimately in danger.
Oh, I 100% felt like I was in danger this entire time. Matter of fact, I was because I was dead.
How are we talking about? You just broke your arm.
So we had to go digging for that.
I only had to go digging because you guys never go down, so I forgot that rule. I had that rule in play.
I mean, I go down. I mean, okay.
That's not go zero.
Yeah.
Actually die.
I'm about to say normally that doesn't happen because Ileana is normally somewhere close by to keep that from happening. I'll say it's not that I don't get hit enough. As you can see, two hits from generics are enough to normally put me down. But yeah, Ileana, I'm totally gonna see if we can get her paid extra.
Technically, I mean, Ileana's going to immediately heal everyone. But, I think for the sake of the scene, this looks better.
Yeah, you have a moment's reprieve. There, probably there may or may not be time for healing.
Because Ileana is actually on the hit die burning clock each round now.
Mm-hmm.
But she has a bajillion hit dice, so that'll.
I mean, if she must say, technically the thing resets as long as she heals herself.
Right. But I mean, that hasn't happened yet.
She hasn't had a chance to heal herself yet.
Yeah. I'll say when her turn rolls around, all she really needs to do is either heal herself. She either cast a spell on herself, or no, so she can either cast a spell on herself or just chuck down a potion.
Yeah, she just hasn't had a chance to do it yet.
But yeah, the session's over.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, man, that dragon's cute. The fact that its wings are a contrasting color really helps. It would be so plain if it was just the same color as the rest of the scales. And we'll check there's some blue on the claws and horns and whatever.
Yep.
Well, thank you very much.
One of the third-party dragons. I think this is Creature Codex. I think from this one is. Yeah.
Thinking a gym dragon, perhaps.
Nope.
That's not a foil dragon. It's not void.
No, it's light.
Ah, the opposite of void.
Which has been foreshadowed since the very beginning. Because remember, her horns glow in the dark.
Ah.
Because when you guys found her, she was in a dark cell, but her horns were glowing.
Has it been mentioned beyond that one scene?
Anytime you guys have been in the dark with her, I've mentioned that her horns are counting as a light source.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, like,
and the fact that I just mentioned now that she's her scales glow.
Yeah. I guess because of dark vision and stuff like that, like lights.
Well, that's been helping with your dark vision because you remember in total darkness, dark vision,
Usually, yes, I say usually because I had the Khaja amulet which surrounds that. But I'm no longer attuned to that right now. So
yeah, she counts as her presence counts as a 15/15 light source. So it's putting out a decent amount of light.
Yeah.
But you guys never take her anywhere, so that hasn't got to come up.
Well, yeah, because we're some of us are trying to be responsible parents. I would say, Dylan may give her they give her toys. I know I've given her armor. I think Ash has given her weapons.
Well, training weapons right now, but he's working on her ones for her when he feels she's ready for them. you know, so she needs them being a fuck mothering dragon and all.
Yeah. You know, I wonder if the cab member comes back, if she's going to be like, "Oh, you give it a scar."
Well, thank you very much. And this was, this was very fun.
Well, I'm glad y'all enjoyed it. I was a little concerned you guys would either be combated out or be like, this was, too challenging. This felt like way too one-sidedly challenging.
I think if this took a whole nother session, I think it would have dragged on too long.
Which I was hoping it wouldn't, but which is why we ran a little over, because like this should be one session. There's no reason this should take two. But the fact that we had a slightly later start, it's like, okay, I'm going to try to make this up on the back end if everyone's okay, because this should not go into two sessions, and if it does, it will lose its dramatic tension because the second session will probably be like a round or two and then done.
Exactly. Its evasion was really good though. I feel if my hits connected more, did full damage, I think that would have actually helped a bit more.
Yeah, because until it landed, well, even after it landed, you were the real damage dealer.
Oh, when I freaking like did combos.
I'd say your fists did the most damage there, or whatever that combo was. But even before it landed, the Kamea waves were doing more damage than anything else anybody else was throwing.
Okay. I had like so many of my buffs running.
Oh, again, it's an ancient fucking dragon. I hope you have all your buffs running. So my guess is another session, maybe session and a half, depending on how much roleplay you guys do.
Okay, and then switch it over to me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because there's one more major event for the Battle of Saltmarsh. So it's a matter of how much roleplay you guys do in the aftermath of the dragon attack.
I want to hug a dragon because we have a dragon now. How many people can say they've hugged a dragon?
Okay then, folks. I will talk to you all a bit later.
Yep, talk to you later, man.
Bye bye.
Subsection in his medical book.